Hey, what's up? Concerning our previous recording on healthy relationships, we stopped at the question, why do unhealthy relationships fail? And I just have a few of the main pointers concerning this. Unhealthy relationships, they fail due to infidelity, imbalance in finances, and incompatibility, not being equally yoked. Now get this, I'm not Mr. Know-It-All. I don't think I'm Mr. Big Shot, but I am trying to prove a point. I believe the Most High, or whatever attribute or name that you have for God, has inspired me to touch bases on this topic since it's a major issue in our community dealing with family and husband and wives and stuff. But the wise or the sages, they continue to say, know thyself. Be confident and comfortable with who you are. Continue to follow your dreams, goals, and aspirations. Continue to save and plan. Now, with that being said, considering healthy relationships, if you're one who wants commitment, if you're one who desires marriage, if you desire to share your life with especially someone, then consider dating. A lot of people, when dating, they like to engage in sex, and that can lead to very unhealthy, unplanned, negative circumstances. So, dating is meant for asking questions. You really don't know about the individual. You don't know about their past. You don't know about their present. You don't know if the individual engages in open relationships. They engage in sensual pleasure. They like to share their bodies with other individuals. You don't, if you're down with commitment and in marriage, you don't want that. That's a negative thing. Or you don't know if the individual has been psychologically abused mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. You don't know that, and you don't want that in a relationship if you're down with commitment and seeking marriage or with a husband or wife, because that can create negative circumstances, baggage, and you most definitely don't want to rush into a relationship with an individual, with those negative, experiences. You most definitely want to take your time. But ask all the questions you want to ask about the individual, especially when you're dealing with compatibility. You want to know if you guys meet at the minds. That's a very, very important thing. You want to know what he or she likes. You guys might like the same thing. He might like sports, she might like sports. Or she may feel the way you feel about her, or he may feel the way you feel about him. So understand the spectrum of personalities. You want to know what type of person you're dealing with, and even study the zodiac. Just so you know the spectrum of personalities. You want to know who you're dealing with, before you get into commitment and marriage, before you share your life with someone. So you guys want to meet at the minds. Next up is communication. You let the person know how you feel. Communication eliminates the benefit of doubt in relationships, especially dealing with positive relationships. It eliminates the benefit of the doubt. Let your girl know, oh my God, girl, you so beautiful. I like that dress you got on. Ooh, girl. I said, ooh, you know what, girl, you look better with or without that dress, girl. Oh my God. Or let your man know, boy, you so intelligent. Oh, my man is so intelligent. Oh my God. I'm so lucky. I got a special someone. I got a good guy. Let him know how you feel. Let her know how you feel. Communication is a very, Very important thing concerning healthy relationships. Next up is understanding. Now keep this in mind that circumstances affect people's livelihoods. You know, and life sometimes is not all about, peaches and cream. Expect some hardships, but keep this in mind. Accept the individual for their circumstance. Don't dump the man just because he work at McDonald's. If you have met at the mines with him, you got intimate with him and start to communicate with him, you have to understand his circumstance. You have to accept this. The same thing with guys. You have to understand her. You have to understand that, she may have had a kid in a previous relationship. She may be the sweetest woman you've met. She may have blown your mind. You met this young woman, and she is all that you dreamed of, but if she got a kid from a previous relationship, don't disrespect her or dump her just because she has a child from a previous relationship. Decisions are made and answers are given, and people move on with their life. Just because people go through circumstances don't mean they continue in that same situation. People move on, people get better. So don't try not to be judgmental and try to accept people for who they are, especially with dealing with commitment and a marriage prospect. So keep that in mind. Commitment, understanding is a very, very valuable thing in relationships. Next up is commitment. Now you guys have met at the mines and gotten intimate and are communicating, whenever you have time and you understand his or her circumstance, you accept this, now you guys are committed. So there's trust. Trust is a very important factor concerning healthy relationships. Keep this in mind that, people work, people have lives. You may date a guy and you really like him, you really feel him, in a positive, romantic way, but he may be a football player. And some people have these views on athletes. Oh, they're such dogs, pigs, jerks. Not all athletes are dogs, pigs, and jerks. If you're dating an athlete and his job requires him to travel out of town, you have to trust him. If you guys are communicating, have met at the mines, you understand his circumstance. It's his job, he travels all the time. You accept this, you have to trust him. If he tells you he loves you, and he shows you that he loves you, he demonstrates this, and you tell him and demonstrate to him that you love him the same way he loves you, you're going to have to trust him, for real. So trust is, commitment is a major factor, especially when you're dealing with a marriage prospect, So when you guys decide to settle down and tie the knot and marry and the kids come in the scene, it's time for the man and the woman to provide for their home, to make sure all the bills and utilities and necessities are paid and provided for. For a man, he has to protect his home, his woman, has to protect her. In some cases, speak up for her when needed. And then in intimate times, you guys, the couple now, a long-term or marriage relationship, have to please each other intimately. And then when you guys start a family and children are created, you have to take pride in your children, to take pride in your home, For a man, make sure his woman has nice, clean clothes, eating healthy, provided for, that's taking pride in your family, making sure the kids are healthy, taking them to the doctor, get physicals and check up, nice clean clothes, a nice warm meal, the utilities and bills are paid for, necessities are provided for and taken care of. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's all about healthy relationships, concerning marriage and the community and family. That's what it's all about, So, my time is up. Peace and blessings to everybody. I'm out of here.